And this is part two to my story time of being in jail. I'm gonna talk about a few more things that I forgot to put in the last video. So this is part two story time going to jail. When I went to jail, the food wasn't the best, but it wasn't the most as it was made to be. Like people was like, "Oh, it's really horrible. It's like school food. It's this and that." School food wasn't a problem for me either, but I can honestly say, growing up, I have like I could literally eat anything. Like there's not anything I wouldn't eat. The only thing I probably wouldn't eat is beets. I hate beets. That little purple shit that look like cranberry. I hate that shit, and you can't get me to eat that shit for nothing. I can eat chitlins. I could eat any vegetable, squash. There wasn't nothing that Marcus wasn't eating on his plate. I eat. Don't let this skinny petite size fool you. I literally eat everything, and it just happened. The more I eat, the more bowel movements I have. But anyways, in jail, so you have three toilets. A men with 18. I mean, a cell with 18 men. Only one toilet you can shit on. One you can brush your teeth, and then each time you have to use the bathroom or you have to shit, you would have to go bring your cover, the cover that you used to, and hang it up on this big wire that's connected to the toilet. This is Highway 6, y'all. And so you would have to use that as like a shower curtain. So when you take a shower, no one would see you shower. And it was so respectful, even though there was two showers. You and people showered one at a time. There was only one time I showered with this dude, and I think he just wanted to see what I looked like in the shower, really. But it was like, bitch, you about the size of me, so and you was ugly. So, but if this is my thing in jail, I guess the way I walked and stuff, the way they knew I could kind of like handle them physically, even though I was just, like I'm only 5'3" or 5'4". I think I'm 5'3". I feel like I'm 5'2". Shit, I don't know, but I think I'm at least 5'3". But the dude so Highway 6 is McLennan County, so there's a lot of Mexicans in Texas, so they're like, we're short. We're like motherfucking, it's midgets here, and it's like midgets. Whoa. I mean, in jail, I'm not gonna lie, there was like a lot of cute dudes, and when they take their shirt off, it just was like, ooh, just let me touch your body, but they were straight, and I'm pretty sure it went like, it's like, no, that's not really, I wanna get out of jail and do all that. I don't wanna be sitting here having sexual intercourse with someone in jail. No, that's not a good look, honey. And then it's not sanitary, and then there's all types of diseases and stuff. And when people would make sexual advances, they would literally sit there and I don't know. And people would sit there. Oh, and how you get drugs is in jail. This is how you get drugs. You get somebody to go get their pills from their script, and I mean from the med, and they would spit it out, and then you would have their medicine. That's how people have to take drugs in jail. So like my back was hurting, I had to get gabapentin. So gabapentin, I kept getting this dude I kept giving him my lunches for a gabapentin because I'm a dolphin. I'm a dolphin ass bitch. So don't talk to me. They didn't have no hydrocodone or nothing or no tramadol, bitch. You know, if they had that, bitch, I would have probably never ate. I probably would have never ate. But then again, I'm not gonna lie. I was swapping them pills back for the food the next day because then I was like, no, I gotta eat. And I only missed one meal. But in jail, and then they don't take your meals like in jail. And there was only 3 fights. And this is what I'm gonna say as a spiritual worker, or possessed, or attachments. Attachments, all in the same category. We're gonna put those all. When people around you exhibit these things as if they never had them before. Okay, let's say that you're around a whole individuals. Let's just use my little situation I had. I'm in a room with 18 men in a cell. If probably 50% of the men in the cell admitted to having nightmares as opposed to you not being there. So there is kind of like they're insinuating that you being there causes them having nightmares, and it kind of freaks you out. It's like, what the fuck is these bitches talking about? All these, and then it's like, well, that may result for my incubus syndrome that I talked about in the video like below, and y'all, I already have a video on that one, so if y'all want to look that up, y'all look up the term incubus syndrome. So this is what this shit is literally, and this is, I guess it's contagious. It's like a contagious disease, but it's like a mental disorder disease. This is weird, and I literally got this shit from being around people that were schizophrenic, smoking meth, and it's like it's weird. It's, I don't know how to explain it. Y'all, people are gonna think I'm sounding crazy or this or that, but I know what I'm talking about because I did a lot of research. Incubus syndrome. It's a real disorder. So, but it's weird how you get it because it's like a demon. It's like a actual entity, but that science can actually explain it because I'm gonna do a video on incubus syndrome part two. But let's get back to, I don't want to go in a wormhole on this one. Um, they were basically saying that they were having nightmares. It felt like someone was touching them. They felt a spirit around, and it felt like the spirit was attached to me. That I had plenty of people tell me that in the jail. So it was like I'm coming in there with this big ass spirit, and people are like going crazy, and the police officers are tweaking, and then people are having to up their dosage on medicine and stuff, schizophrenic medicine, because they couldn't handle a spirit. But literally, it's like, is it really me or is it y'all? Because really, this is like vaccinations. Going to a place with no, it's like you're getting vaccinated. If you're having paranormal activity, it's to make you immune from paranormal activity. It's not to harm you. So you're not really supposed to be sitting there acknowledging spirits all the time and being like, hey, this yada yada yada, and saying all these spirits' names and this and that. You're not supposed to be doing that. And I'm aware of that, and when I do magic, it's at my own risk, and I know when to do it, and I know a little more than what the average person. I'm probably I'll say like I'm probably 25% right with magic and occultist type of stuff, but I'm not the best. So, and I can't do like readings like fortune telling, and I don't do the crystal ball read. I don't be doing all this for money, but yeah, it's only for my personal spirituality. But I'm just saying, like, this is what I felt when I went to jail, and this is what people have told me. They have told me when I went around them that it caused them to have nightmares. So it gave me, so deep inside, it gave me the impression like I brought this spirit around them, and it like infected them with like possession. That's what I secretly thought. And so this is why being in jail literally made my ass even more crazier than I already am, because I literally thought like I gave like the whole fucking McLennan County motherfucking incubus syndrome, or I'm gonna say incubus syndrome, because I used to do a lot of magic, which I wouldn't even, when I was going there, when I went there, it wasn't like I was doing like a lot of magic. It was just like I was just practicing magic or spirituality. So, and then I happened to have just went to jail for some I think domestic violence or public adjudication. So yeah, and the reason why I'm pacing is because this is how I try to remember my story. But yeah, this, I mean, and y'all don't have to believe me, or y'all can believe, y'all can say I'm lying, or, but um this is my personal experience with going to jail and having experimented with magic and this and that. And I just found it kind of odd that people were telling me that that they were having nightmares, or that they were having really sexual dreams or lucid dreams, and then that's why I correlated it to that. But then I also looked up a lot of research on Wikipedia, and there's been a lot of reports of jails and facilities having this issue with succubuses and incubuses raping the inmates and raping but they can't really stick it. And this is what correlates to sleep paralysis, where people get stuck and they're in that REM, that rapid eye movement, that stage of sleep, and their body is paralyzed, but their brain isn't, and they see this shadow figure, which is a hallucination that is caused by their cell that is induced from energy inducing it. And this is why I say spirits can cause hallucinations and schizophrenia and disorders. They can cause them, or they can cause people to exhibit these disorders, which doctors are diagnosing them, and they really don't have no type of, they don't look into the core of the disorder, like just remove the spirit. Maybe they should sage the house, maybe they should smudge the home or clean the energy, as to just diagnosing something and giving them medicine for a disorder you just put together. Well, I mean, these disorders are real, but I'm just saying they don't look at the spirits around them, or they don't look at the energy around them that could be causing the sickness or illness.